Hello everyone, greetings from PayTabs technical support team. In this series, you will learn how to integrate with PayTabs through our PT2 API endpoints. Throughout the series, we will walk you through the second integration type, which is the invoices. And for the purpose of this series, we have created a very simple Laravel project to walk you through the integration process. But feel free to follow the steps in this series with your own project, whatever the programming language or the frameworks used to integrate with PayTabs. So, let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn more about one of our follow-up transactions inside the invoices integration type, which is the invoice canceling or the cancel invoice. So let's get started. The first thing you should know that you can find the full documentation for this part inside PayTabs support portal under the article called the Invoices APIs Integration Manual. So under the integration manual over here, you can see that step 7 is dedicated to manage your transactions, and one of the way to manage your transaction is to cancel an invoice. So whenever you have created an invoice, the invoice is still pending, you want to cancel it before the customer pay it out. So this is the step that you can use. So we have two types or different types of canceling your invoice. We have different, like one via POT request and a via POST request. In this tutorial, we are going to use the POST request to cancel the invoice. You can check out our solution article over here to see all the multiple ways of canceling your invoice, and you can test it out inside our Postman collection. You will see over here the cancel invoice via POT looks like this. Very simple request to take the invoice ID. Okay, and via POST request also is a very simple invoice. It takes the profile ID and the invoice ID in the body request, and it only takes this endpoint. So this is exactly what we have created inside our code over here. We have created a request payload. It contains only the profile ID, the invoice ID. We will get the invoice ID from the request, of course. Now we have over here inside the configuration file, we have added the new cancel endpoint. It looks like this. /payment/invoice/cancel, of course. And for I believe this is it. We have just created a simple controller over here that we will debug the response to view it out. So now what remains is to test this out. So to test this out, I'm going to create an invoice and I'm not going to pay it, and then send it out inside our simple cancel view over here. So let's try this invoice out. Let's choose PayTabs and proceed to payment. Now before paying, I will just take the invoice ID. I will pass it over here and I will click cancel, and as you can see, it sees that invoice has been cancelled. If we get over here, reload it, you will see that the new invoice is cancelled. This is simply how you cancel an invoice. Still, you can use your merchant dashboard to do any follow-up transaction on invoices or on your transactions, but for now we just learned how we can cancel an invoice via our APIs, and by doing that our tutorial has been ended. So see you in the next tutorial.